Morning, y'all. Dave here from Austin, day 2. I was gonna record outside, but somebody is just cutting up a whole bunch of wood across the street, so that's what we're doing in here, inside, in the room. I know it's not the best background, but we have good light, we have good sound, so we're gonna keep it rolling. Want to kick things off. Today is gonna be a huge day in college football for me. I believe Georgia is favored by a point in Tuscaloosa against Alabama. Of course, I am against that, so I may be betting against Georgia today in my multi-leg parlays. I know Andre needs a parlay or two from me, so I'll be setting that up. Usually what I do is I just pick like 10 to 15 games, put a buck on it, and I kind of just pick the favorites, like the overall favorites, right, for the games. Last week, Florida State was the only one that kind of screwed me. Well, Cal did, because they beat Cal by 5, but I should have thought, Florida State's not going to lose 4 games in a row. But I was betting on that. So Bama today, I would have been there, but needed to come do this boys trip. It was important to me, and got to make sacrifices. So Bama, we'll be watching that later today. A lot of college football to watch today. Just Saturday morning, we took a walk down to this bakery / Mexican breakfast spot. Incredible food. It was just breakfast tacos, can't go wrong. But let's get to sports. Ohtani. So we talked a little about, there's some controversy about this Ohtani home run ball. Does the guy really own it? I mean, he did, finders keepers. He wrestled it away from the kids, so think what you want, but this thing's already up for auction. And as of last night, it's got 18 days left at auction. It's already at $1,050,000. So $1,050,000. There's 10 bids on the ball, the 50-50 home run ball with Golden. I'm not going to read through all the comments from the Sports Card Nonsense page, but it's been like the craziest baseball auction ever that I can think of. And I guess it's because I've been more focused on watching all these auctions. Back when I was a kid, we didn't have all this internet, all this access to what's going on. So I'm sure there was other crazy auctions like the Honus Wagner T206 or like a Babe Ruth card, but for a baseball, it's not signed. It's just a historical moment. It's obviously got stickered at the stadium. I'm just thinking, for a non-autographed item, it's incredible that it's already at $1 million. And I think the reserve price you could buy it now price was $4.5 million for a baseball. But of course, I know that's crazy to me, but there's plenty of people out there that will pay whatever it takes to get the item that they want. So I don't know if it's baseball fans necessarily, Japanese baseball, Ohtani, whoever you are, somebody I think is going to probably pay over 3. I think the ball will go for over $3 million. That's kind of my sense, but could go over 5. I don't know. So nuts. So much money for one baseball. That's crazy. Let's see, other news. All of my PSA orders are coming back to the shop. That's great. So I'm done spending all that money. It's really a bottleneck. If you're a business owner and you're using PSA to send out orders for customers, or you're sending them out for yourself to, pull cards from a break, pack fresh, and get them graded, there is a significant amount of money. You spend. I'm spending probably $500 an order. That's kind of been my plan. Is I do 25 cards or so, and again, free game, so do with this what you will. I like to do that. I pick out the ones I think are the best, that look the best, that have the best chance, and then I send them. And it's constantly Tim and I going through all these cards and making sure that we, in a startup phase, you spend your money the right way. I don't want to overdo it. I wouldn't send out 100 cards yet, but I think at some point I will, because if we're already doing 25, then I would have to venture to guess that soon we'll be doing orders of 40, and then 50, and 60, and then 100. It's if you're a card shop owner, it's something you want to do. you don't only want to middleman the new product or even the old product. And I was chatting with my buddy Jesse, who owns Main Vintage Toys, and he does more of the Pokemon and the Magic and that kind of stuff. And we always kind of go back and forth, like, hey, how's this working for you? Like, what do you think about this strategy? What do you think about this product? And so what we're doing is we kind of like, we strategize, like, it's collaborate over compete. Like in business, of course there's competition, but if you're too focused on your competition, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to focus on what you're doing. And if you have another fellow business owner that reaches out and, kind of like-minded and you want to collaborate, and I just think it helps everyone. I don't think you need to hoard all these trade secrets from people. Now, of course, I'm not going to tell you everything. Like, I'm not giving you all my numbers by breakdown. I mean, I know I shared the sales numbers of the shop early on when I've done a video on here of, kind of where we were starting out at, which was like, between 10 and 15,000 a month, which is not a ton of money. And that was just in the shop. And then eBay does, more than that. So I combine those two. And, that's just so I can pay somebody full-time, Tim, to work there and pay my bills. And, it's numbers, but it's good to have like business owner in the same field, which is very niche. Like cards and collectibles is super specific. And just to have that person willing to work with you is tremendous. I've been thinking a lot about how, like, I do like telling the sports stories on here. And I'll get more into those when I have time to kind of prep. Like, I saw some more stories about Cooper Flagg coming out, which is great. Just him in practice, or highlight mixtapes of him in high school and going up against like LeBron at the Olympic scrimmage. Kind of sick. So I'm gonna do more of the sports stories. I think that'll be fun. But today, I got to get my parlay picks in. I'm pretty excited about it. This should be like a shorter video, I think. UT, we're in Austin, so I've seen already walk into the bakery, to the Mexican spot. Ton of fans out, college students, repping, hook 'em horns, like they're getting ready. And there's something special about being in a college town that I miss. Like I miss those Saturday mornings, even in Santa Clara, when we'd get excited and the band would go play at the basketball game or the volleyball game or whatever, women's soccer, like all these different games. So getting to experience a little taste of it, like that Saturday morning, wake up with your boys, go get food and kind of get coffee, wake up, shake off the night before, and then watch football, like nothing better than that. And the last thing I want to mention today is I got a really great email from a fan of the shop, a customer, somebody who's come in a few times, and they're from up in northern New Hampshire, and I said I would shout them out. So I want to make sure I get the right words in here so I can do a proper shout out. But they have a sports card club, and this is Matt, and Matt and his son have been in the shop. Let me just get through this email to see. Yeah. So Matt and Cole, shout out from Double Play Dave on the podcast. They are going to do a sports card club get together on November 2nd. And it's a drive. It's 2.5 hours away from Scarborough. So we're going to try to make it there. And it's not going to be like some big like paid event where you have to set up a table and it's not like selling, and there'll be some trading probably, but the point of it is Matt wants to just get people together to talk about the hobby, discuss it, just kind of network and collab. Like, again, collaboration over competition. People at the top of whatever they're doing, any business, anything like that, they're not worried about people that are like to their side or beneath them, of making sure they get all the market share. And I think I can make it. I have it penciled in now, November 2nd, but like I got this long email from Matt, and just that is why I like doing this shop, because I'm connecting with real people that actually love cards. They love collecting, and for fathers and sons, it gives them an activity to do, even if it's just once a week for an hour or like a little bit of time, like 30 minutes in the shop. I get so much joy out of meeting these people, like Steve and his son Will. They come in all the time. I've mentioned them before. They're some of the regulars in the shop, and I just put together some gift bags for a birthday party for them. I mean, it's about community. That's kind of what I like doing. That's why I like doing this show. And the show is evolving. I just wanted to stick to like being able to deliver something every single day and make it as good as possible and not do a ton of prep. Like, I don't want this to negatively impact my schedule too much, but I felt like if I let you guys know what I'm up to in the shop, what I think's going on in sports, that it'd be worthwhile. If you learned one little thing or pick up one little nugget from these videos, then I think it's been a success. So yeah, what else is there? It's college football. Like, let them know. You gotta let a naysayer know. Today, the Jalen Milroe tee is on. I picked this up at the Rose Bowl. It was a Rose Bowl exclusive. I'm sure you can buy it somewhere now. But this particular shirt, you have to get on the secondhand market. So it's kind of special. Yeah, with that, I'm just rambling. Roll Tide, and I got to get these parlay picks in. Final thing here is our 2 events coming up. October 12th at the main card show. Carter Collects Cards is putting it on with Ryan at Coliseum. Tons of other people will be there. I'll be there. Tim will be there. Don Sports Cards. If you're in cards and collecting in Southern Maine, you will be there. Yarmouth, AmVets, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. October 12th, $5 at the door. And then October 19th and 20th at the Expo will be the Northeast Sports Card Expo. We will be there with 2 tables for 2 days, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. both days, autograph signings. And you're gonna get the best deals ever from Double Play at both those shows. So make sure you come through, say what's up, say hello. And with that, College Football Saturday has begun. Peace.